Hello! How is everyone? Oh, I need to make space. I didn't expect it to just start, you know? But welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel. Trip Boomers, Tech-Bodge Emporium. We are going to be tearing this case apart. But before that, I'm going to give at least everyone a chance to get in. Let me close that down. So I can concentrate on you guys. Not that there's anyone here, but it's always best practice. Unfortunately, the app I use to use my phone webcam on there just doesn't seem to be talking to OBS properly, so I'm having to screen capture it, window capture it, so it is the quality that it is. I can only give you what I can give you, but again, welcomes. I'm gonna continue to drink my coffee for a minute whilst we wait for people to come in. I think I'll move this. Might have a use, you never know. Everything in this case is going to have some sort of use. I feel. Yes, I have a Mickey Mouse cup because it's a big cup. It was my son's, I think, but it's a big cup, so. Mickey for the win. Hey! It's not a coffee unless it's a big one. We'll give everyone at least a minute to come in before we start tearing this thing apart. And I can start going over why I've chosen this case. Actually, the power button actually feels a bit nicer than I thought it was going to. So that's also an added bonus. But yeah, then we can go through why I've chosen this case as I tear it apart. I think there's a good chunk of it that can be unscrewed, which is good. In my review, I did forget to mention that unfortunately the PCIe slots are snap off, but a full set to deal with this. Like before I actually start pulling this apart, there's a couple of things that I didn't actually mention when reviewing it, this case. One of them is this back bit here. Right, now if your normal graphics card is fairly narrow and you actually don't care about what things look like from the outside, if you use a PCIe extension, you could use this end one here at least for like an audio card or something, completely out of the way of the airflow for your GPU, and you could put your audio over there. But also, yeah, these are all snap off. But like a full set of PCIe covers, slot covers to completely kit this out with a full set is like a tenner at most, $15 or something. So the thing is, I paid 55 quid for this. So like, what, $65 max. And it comes with 3 fans, 2 140s and a 120. So I'm actually quite impressed by this little case. It's a shame what I'm about to do to it. And, but look, it's going to feel a little bad, little Gamdias Talos M3 Mesh. You're going to feel bad for a bit. You're going to feel a little discombobulated. You're going to feel ugly and unwanted and very much a broken case. But we are going to make you beautiful. I need you to understand that you need to trust in the journey, and you need to trust in my mindset You need to trust in me. Trust in me that you are going to end up something special. You're going to end up something so special that whoever ends up with you is going to straight up love you. So, whereas in the state that you stand, someone will probably love the stuff that's in you and just see you as a budget vessel. No longer we are going to show your beauty, we're going to show your structural strength. I'm not going to lie, guys, I am genuinely impressed with the build quality on this case. Like, genuinely impressed. But we're going to make you look like that down there. We're going to make you look like that, kind of. Better than that drawing. It's not even to scale. You're going to look beautiful. Sorry about the vaping, but it's better than smoking, guys. It's better than smoking. Right. Let's start taking this thing apart, shall we? Should we start pulling off the stuff that I can just pull off? Right, so we're gonna just pull this off. I'm actually super happy with the fact that this is in here because it means that I've got a really big filter to play with. I like the mounting for this actually. So these might get used for something because this is like proper heavy duty little metal clips, you know? Like, I don't know if you can see this, guys, but these are just literally like flathead screws, big chunky flathead screws on here. And these here are like proper little like metal clips, you know, that you poke into, and they're proper clips, so they might get used. But I have a plan for this, and it may have something to do with the little meshy slots on the side of here. You'll have to wait and see. Definitely going to be some cutting. Daisy, how's it going? You all right? Just in time for the mass destruction. This poor little case. But we're gonna make you pretty. I promise you. I promise you. Right. Another solid advantage here. I didn't even know that this was going to be I didn't even know that this was going to be a thing. Like, I just wanted a short piece of glass so that I didn't have to deal with an entire glass panel. It was going to be easier for me to do my idea with the door. However, what I didn't bank on is how well built this frigging glass door is. Let me just make sure it's let go before it lets go. Right, these clips on the back are going to help. I have an idea, and like yeah, I think they're just literally going to help me put this where I want it to be, and also yeah, sort out some the door mounting and stuff is going to really help out, like massively help out these clips on the back of here. So big up Gamdias. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. Like, when I went to go put a connection to the case, it had gone up in price. The length where I bought this was only stock in the E model, which is a shorter, smaller model. I figured out what the difference was. It's shorter. So this had gone back up to like 80 quid. But I think even at 80 quid, like, this is like a solid case. We'll take this back panel off because we don't need that, but another solid thing that I might be able to utilize. So I might just use this as the back door on this side because of how easily, and you know, like, it's already professionally pressed. Look, the thing's already got like clips for it to hook into shit, and it's already got like a nice beveled edge with like captive thumb screws on it. Like, it's like no brainer. Try and use this as a door if I can. So that might get incorporated somehow. The only reason I'm thinking of not is because that's steel, and I want to do the most of the mass of it as aluminium, because, well, if I'm going to sell it, I've got to package it, haven't I? Shit's easier when it's lighter, and it's going to have an entire PC in there. But every aspect, understand that every aspect of this build will have been thought out like 100 million times over. I will lose sleep over this for no fucking reason, because it's just how my mind works. It's joyous. Daisy, is that all, literally all you're gonna say? Same. That's it. Fucking acknowledge you, speak to you, and that's it. Same. Same. Is that what I needed to do? I got this off my mum. Looks cheap enough. I have not charged it, but since wrist twisting is not a comfortable exercise for me, I'm thinking maybe it can help. So I guess we'll be using this until it dies. I think it's possibly a good idea to get the we'll take the fans out first, did it? If this can't take a fan out, then then I'm gonna have to just oh, she was struggling then. Jesus, you need a charge, don't you? Ladies, don't get too excited about the freaking, it's a screwdriver, okay? It's a goddamn fucking screwdriver. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, oh my God. Do you know what, yeah, this like root blocker finger, is there like a speed max thing? Because this thing spins. That would be full, right? I don't know. Let's try all the way the other way. I'm not hurting as much as I would be if I was using a normal screwdriver, so. Poppy, sit down and watch the friggin' video. Sit down and watch the friggin' video. Right. Jesus. Right. I'm not having that as an excuse. I'm not having that as an excuse, it's not allowed. Oh my God. I may have to just bring out the big boy for this because it's doing me head in. But, holy crap. I'm not going to bring you around here because I can't be bothered. I would turn the case around, but really, it's nothing exciting. All I'm doing is like untangling wires and unplugging stuff. It's you're going to see all the magic stuff because it's just going to drop out at that end. Because now, get rid of this twisty thing so it can't fall off and just be randomly in there somewhere. Surprise me with it later. Because I've got to take everything off here, including like the hub. That needs to come as well. Well, I could probably leave the hub on the back of there for now anyway. I need to come off when I paint it, but it might be okay to just leave that. But we have one 120mm fan. I have no idea how good the older Gamdias ARGB fans are, but you know, standard connectors, so we shall find out. I'm not sure whether they'll be on this when it goes, but Come on. There you go, good girl. We got these big boys out the front here. Jesus, magnet sucked that screw off my hand then. Stay still, so the screwdriver can get you. Come on. That. Well, that was no good, was it? Anyone know a little person that needs a job picking up screws? Oh, look at that, some cable ties. Nice little little cable clip that we could maybe possibly use, maybe. And some motherboard screws and standoffs. That'll be M.2 standoffs, maybe. Let's go. That's a plus. All free materials are always a plus when it comes to farming for materials. You look at things and you're like, hell yeah, that'll do me. Do you know what I mean? It's literally the first thing that pops into my head. I look at something and I'll be like, yeah, laughing. That's one thing that I don't have to buy to finish the build, you know. So we are farming here, people. We are farming here. And I mean, theoretically, I could just source a fan. Another 140 of these Gamdias. Because I'm sure they're fine. Like, most fans I've used that have had that kind of thin arrangement have been okay, like. They're a bit gappy. But I'm sure they're fine, you know. I'm sure they'll be okay. I tell you what, it's funny how just pushing a button is far easier on my neck and stuff than turning a screwdriver with resistance. I'm actually quite impressed that this thing's still even going after how dead it was on the first screw. Ugh. Let's see if I can. Oh. Right, well, that's the third and final fan out. It's the final fan out. Diddle-oo-doo. Diddle-oo-doo-doo. I sometimes sing to make the pain go away. Don't think for a second I think that I can sing. I just do it to make the pain go away. It'll have your pants down, diddle-oo-doo. Daisy's like, chance to be a fan thing. Right, that is said fan out the way. Possibly available for a reasonable price. No, I'm sure it'll pop up at some point in usage. Right, so front USB. Can we just unscrew this bad boy? Right, I'm going to disconnect it from the hub back here. Okay. Oh. Fan connector for the hub. That goes to the motherboard. Sorry, my brain was going a bit momentary then. And that's the RGB connector from the motherboard for the hub. Nice. And that would be power for the hub. Right, so it would possibly make sense to take the hub off and tape them to the hub. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. we've got to try and be organised with this, right? Before I get to like properly ripping this thing apart, I want to make sure that all the farmable electrics are still very much farmable, if you get me. Like, I might never change this back, and I might just literally screw this back straight where it is. But I will show you, for those of you that don't know what a fan hub, a case fan hub looks like, I will show you what it looks like, and that might just explain why I'm choosing to take it off and tape it down and keep it somewhat separate with the fans and the front USB connector and like anything that's kind of somewhat fragile, because it looks like this. Whilst it looks like this, it is extraordinarily serviceable with all these little pins just freely lying there, just out there, waiting to be bent and destroyed. So whilst it looks like this, we'll put the cables that correspond to it with it and throw a bit of tape around it. And then it can be kept somewhere somewhat safe and not be where I'm cutting and moving the case around. Like, this tape's rubbish, yeah. I swear down, I have fought with this tape on repeat, but it's gonna be good enough to just keep that safe and to one side so it's nice and safe. Right, I'll get rid of this hard drive caddy. I have a plan for this as well, which is going to be super handy. But fortunately, the hard drive caddy is just a little press thing in the bottom and a thumb screw. So that's the hard drive caddy out there. Now this is set up to take 2 hard drives. I'm going to figure out a way to keep it as 2 hard drives, but I want them side by side rather than on end. You'll see. It's going, but that's going to be a case of just cutting that thing in half, really, and then figuring out a way to mount the other one upside down. But should be fun. Either upside down or just the right way up, and just that might be the case actually. So I want it so that the top of the hard drive is visible, should we say. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can get these buttons out of here, innit? Should we get the big boy on the go? I don't think we need more than 10, do we? Well, that's like 10 times easier than the tool that's specifically for this job. It's a bit heavier though, I can't lie. Right. If you're wondering, let me flip this bad boy upside down so you can see what's happening. Basically, this is all of the cabling and stuff for the front buttons here now. We've pretty much got this thing empty now, but we've just got to get the front buttons and all the buttons and stuff. We'll get them out of there, which should be easy. It looks like it's just these 2 screws. So I don't want to be spilling energy drink everywhere. We're going to try it with the Old Faithful. Oh, I think the Old Faithful just completely smashed it. Well, that one's out. So, as you can see, like the stuff that I've seen, oh, I'm sorry guys, I will get you a better view in a second. You're just gonna have to be patient. I can only work in certain angles. Right, that should be that let go, I suppose. Well, that's that out. Well, there's more screws holding the bloody thing in. Right, we've got that there. It looks like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. This deep into this case, it kind of looks like they just threw screws in holes on some of it, just to hold things in place. But I do have the, I feel like the button's probably gonna be a pain in the bum. So. The last screw holding that in is a bit of a nightmare. But we've got out already the 2 USB connectors. Let me see, yeah, we've got the 2 USB connectors and the audio out. I'm just working on the buttons now. And then this whole, I think with this, if I don't have to take the motherboard off this thing, can I not just get this out? No. No. I was kind of hoping that I didn't have to take the motherboard off the back of the button, because that would be spring loaded and stuff. But I think I'm gonna have to, because it doesn't feel like it's coming out. Although, it might be. No, I think the motherboard's what's holding it in. So it's like a little daughter board on the back of that back of the button. That obviously deals with the operation of the button and the reset. And the screw to release it is in the most awkward position. Like, that's it, I can't even get the plastic rail that it all sits in out. This is almost unscrewed. It's like it wasn't unscrewing, but it is. So that's that. Oh my god, my butt. Oh my god, my neck. Right. That's those ones out as well. Right, okay. So that's going to be the motherboard for, yeah. So that's actually quite easy. It's just 2 buttons. That's actually quite cool. So that's all the front USB. So that's safe, and we can utilize this, which means I've got a nice button to use. I've got a nice USB-C, and it's a proper USB-C. It goes to a USB-C connector at the motherboard end, so it's a proper one. Let's figure out how this is in there now. Oop, I want to do that. don't have a choice. In there with the rivets. With the rivets. It could be. Oh no, 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 no. I'm being an idiot. All I have to do is obviously unscrew this one at the front here. I should have got an electric thing. I broke things for no reason. That should mean that this thing should just come out now. Yep. And then we have the buttons. So, this raises an option for me, you see, because basically it means that I can either stencil these buttonholes here into the aluminium side, so that all these buttons, this literal rail works perfectly. Or, even easier, I can cut this section out and just make a hole in the outside wall, and because we're going to be doing some bodywork and stuff on the final result, so I can just sort of make that part of the side panel. So that's the other option. The other reason I got this is I know that this from here to here like is straight up a 360mm radiator, not just the fans, a radiator. So I know that this here to here gives me enough space for a 360 rad. So it gives me space. We're going to be drilling this off the top, because this is now basically riveted in. But the reason I'll buy like a case to do like these custom case builds with. The reason I'll start with a case is purely because you get all of this. Like, look at this. This is all set out. If I just open it up, like, this is literally set out to take every single motherboard size. This is the reason I went with this case, is because of how wide it is. It actually even incorporates like an EATX, so like it can handle any motherboard size. It's already got all the mountings and the pressings and stuff in all the right places. You've got look at all these grommets. There's plenty of things that this I seen the back plate on this case, and I thought that is like literally ideal to start something running, you know, like. And also the storage, because obviously I'm going to keep hold of the hard drive trays for you guys, so you're going to have 2 hard drive trays available to you. And then on the back you've got 1, 2, 3 spots for SSD, 2.5-inch SSDs, so that's 5 SATA drives just on the SATA. So I'm always thinking ahead, and it's all pressed in and ready to go. And you've got all these sort of like perforated panels. You've got like this front rail is going to make the front mountings a lot easier for me to work with, because you know they're already laid out for 140s and 120mm fans, so that's already laid out. And yeah, these little clips are a lovely little bonus. So we're going to take a few of the panels apart now. Now I want to try and keep, for now, we're going to try and keep the back panel and this panel together, but I want to take the top off, I want to take the front off. I'm going to keep the bottom attached to it as well, but we can take this front rail off, I think. Yeah, that's unscrewable. So anything that's unscrewable, we're going to take apart and put to one side. This front rail is going to make life a whole lot easier as well when it comes to covering those hard drives, because I've got an idea for that as well. And just having a panel that's all sort of kind of cut to size, it's kind of already got bends in it. which is some of the harder bits to do when you're doing it yourself and you've got no tools and you hurt with every movement. Like, it is one of the more challenging things that you have to do. But again, it clips in. I wasn't expecting the clip in, but this is a front edge that I'm going to be using. So this case is going to be freaking awesome, guys. Like, I'm seeing the panels coming off and I'm seeing how I'm going to be able to play with stuff and that, like, and I'm looking at in here and I'm looking at the stuff that I can work with. Like I said, in the previous video, like I said, I'm not going to know how I throw this thing together until I take the stuff apart to see what I'm working with. And this is freaking awesome. The fact that this little outside clippy panel is there, and it's got like an internal panel as well that I didn't expect to see. I thought this was that. So that's freaking awesome. There's just more materials for me to work with, you know? Like, I'm just looking at, like, look, I've took that front panel off and there's another one behind it with a nice clean bend in it and some perforation, obviously. Yeah, everything's usable, you know? But I think we're on to the drilling now, because I think I've unscrewed everything. But I've got to choose what I'm drilling off, you know? Whoa. Okay. This is way more sturdy than I thought it was, guys. Like, honestly, these little Gamdias cases are built well solid. Right, let me get a drill bit on this thing. The more layers I go for, it's not a light case. The thing's made of steel and there's so many layers to it. But I may end up buying this case again just for this very reason again as well. I can't lie. Let's see how easy this goes through these. Okay. And try and not load a freaking drill bit up with it. I expected this to make more noise and take longer, but I risk cutting my fingers open every time. Because it's a nightmare if they fill up. I've had it so that, like, the drill bit's like literally full of these little rings, and I've gone to wipe them off and completely just like slipped off the rings and sliced my fingers open on the drill bit. So it's usually best practice not to do that. But again, this case is solidly built, man. So as I said, we're taking the top off first. That's the first port of call is going to be drilling off this top. I keep thinking, oh, I'll do all three. But I'll be honest with you, that's when the trouble starts with getting them off. So it's best to just take them. Oh my God. Also making a mess. But we don't need to worry about making a mess, do we? It didn't even require me to fully drill it off. It was ready to bug off, basically. Yeah, bug off. You know what's funny? Like, the fact that it's a case, like a PC case that I'm dealing with, every bit of metal that drops down I'm concerned about, until I realise that this is nowhere near the state that it's going to end up in. It's got a bit of a journey till then, so plenty of time for the metal to bugger off. You gotta paint it and shit, man. But we're getting there. I think it's just this side that's holding that top on now. Surely if I just take these two rivets out, it should be free as a bird. That's the key. I see the key now. Come on, just go through, will you please? Just the ick, thank you. They're nice and loose if you dig around in them, but oh my god, it hurts my wrist. Right. So, oh, what am I attached by? Feels like there's still a rivet holding on over there. This side's open. Got them. No, just being a bit of a pain. Right, so that's first panel off, guys. First panel. Again, solid. This is a solid construction. It's not often you get to see a case this deconstructed, and I'm actually genuinely impressed with how this thing's held together. But yeah, this is a super useful panel. Super useful panel. For two reasons. Completely separate as well. So that I'm happy about, because this is going to basically become the top panel, which is where a radiator, I want to be able to fit a 360 rad, and I know that between this rail and this rail a 360 rad fits. So that is a bonus, that is a quality thing. I'm super happy about that. Right, I want to keep this and this together, so let's get this front off, and then maybe I can show you those clips a bit closer. And then I think that's going to be about it, really. Like, I can split this top up, but I don't want to do it until I can cut the back, because I want it to split together. So fortunately this panel here is pot riveted into this. And I suppose we're gonna have to take that off, so we can remove this panel and this front one, and then we're gonna have to leave it for then. And that'll be the deconstruction of this case, as far as I need to take it. Now the feet are coming off it. It's going to be sitting flat to the ground, but that'll make sense to you in future. Right, let's get this front panel off first, eh? There's a lot of rivets. Oh, my belly rumble done. Don't know whether the mic picked it up. It's quite close to my chest. Oh my god. I can't tell you that this is comfortable because it's bloody not. But I don't think I could do this with my right hand. It's gonna be messy, guys. It's not helpful. It's more comfortable with this hand. It feels alien and weird, but it's more comfortable. I will give it that. What the hell? You wanna sort yourself out? Fuck, you know. Yeah, I'm swearing, I'm British. Get over it. It's not intentional. If you're wondering, I started hitting about 20 minutes ago. So I've been chatting, dragging this out, and now I'm just sort of like on a level, just trying to get it done. And with every one of these rivets, I'm like, why the fuck haven't you gone through yet, man? And it's probably just because I'm trying too fucking hard. I think the bottom's going to inadvertently come off anyway. No rivets at the front there. And that should take this panel off, I think. One here, yes. Can't see what I'm doing with that fucking light shining. Oh my god, I looked at the light. Don't look at the light. Don't look at the light. I stared at the light. Not a good idea. It's already giving me a headache just being in the background. Right. Surely the next piece of the puzzle can let go now. Yes, yes, it can. So guys, yeah, these clips, as you can see, they're full on metal, clunky, chunky metal, clunky metal clips. They're actually pretty decent. So they'll probably get used at some point. Clip something on. If not, or held for a different build. Everything that will always get used in this case. It's just whether it'll get used at the same time, you know. But I think, even though I can take that middle panel out, I think for just rigidity of the bits I want to keep, I don't necessarily need to keep them together. I think it's probably better for storage if I don't, to be honest. But it hurts. Holy crap, there's a lot of work to get the feet off. Yeah, I think I'll keep that bit solid because I want to keep this back panel and this bit here in one piece. But I want to be able to cut this in half so that this bottom piece is in one piece as well. And then I'll work with that. So I don't think I'm going to disconnect this until it's done. But you guys do get the weird opportunity to see how this thing is put together. And I'm not going to lie, guys, this is built solid, like genuinely built solid. There's things that we're going to have to move around and stuff, but again, like I said, I chose this case because of how wide this was, because it accepts pretty much every motherboard. It had space for SSDs. I had a look. I like the layout at the back. It gives me plenty of space to work with. I know 140s fit at the front, which is what I wanted to work with for the case. And yeah, I think it's just going to work as a really good donor case. Past that, guys. Yeah, thanks for joining me on the stream, or watching afterwards. I appreciate you. Next, I'm gonna have to get this cut up. It's getting a bit late. I don't want to be making those sort of noises right now. I think I may have fixed my capture card for now. So I may have fixed that for now, so I might be able to stream. I've been having issues with that, so that's why you haven't got much in the way of content out of me at present. I need to kind of clear up some of the mess that I've just made by drilling out all of it. I don't know whether you can see this, but it's absolutely disgusting. There is straight up bits of metal everywhere. Do you know what? I ain't playing. I am not playing. I ain't playing this game. Let's get this shit up, man. Well, someone gets hurt. Say bye-bye to all the metal shards that are looking to splinter me later. I'm sure I still probably get splinters in my feet. But the old Vax stretch doing its thing. And using the stretch for a change. That was a gimmick I never friggin' used. You're wondering, I probably could have gone quicker than that. I'm just trying not to make more mess. So. Just try and alleviate it happening to my feet. Oh! Ow! Okay, that's enough pain. That has hurt enough. Right, okay. Great success. Oh. But that is a great success, actually, to be honest. I probably just screamed butt into your head when I turned my head then, because the mic would have been looking straight at me mouth. And I just screamed butt in your ears, like, let no one's bloody business. Oh, holy crap. Should have a crap on a cracker. Mate, if you do, make sure it's not a rich tea. That shit will melt straight through. I'm currently just trying to get all of this done whilst talking to you guys before it's too unbearable, so I can say goodbye to you properly. Right. So, done guys, done. And yeah, I would say that that case is a lot more sturdy than I thought for a second. I'm super impressed. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what the quality of the stream came out as. With you being able to see from 2 angles and stuff, hopefully that kind of worked and you were able to see where to look. Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Always, Daisy, as always. And Poppy, seeing as Mummy is literally been ignoring the stream for the last like hour or whatever. Please do me a favour and annoy the crap out of her for the rest of the evening. Thank you very much. It's what you get, Daisy, it's what you get. Right guys, I will see you in the next one, and yeah, thanks for coming, thanks for watching, and I love you, bye.